So before they come on, I mean, we've just heard Vandana talk about the extreme deprivation and social injustice, economic injustice in the world. And now I'm bringing on basically two capitalists. Okay, so this is the paradox of life. It's also the complementarity of life. And Vandana is not in the room, but I see, Claudia, you're here. You need to connect with Vandana and these guys too. How can we take this extreme disparities in the world? Okay, there's social injustice of extremism. There's economic injustice. 50% of the world is living on less than $2 a day. 20% on less than $1 a day. 50% of the world is obese, 51%, and the remaining 50% is undernourished. Nobody is in balance. And we have created a capitalist society that is basically the predator of the world. So I'm inviting two capitalists now to say, and actually Paul and Dolly are both board members of the Chopra Foundation. Paul is also a board member of Just Capital. So how can we use capitalism to bring social justice, economic justice, creative ideas? Here's one. Only one. There are many.
Thank you for having us, Deepak. Congratulations on this most amazing symposium. My favorite part so far was last night. That was so great to watch you and listen to you. Paul Scialla was most recently a partner at Goldman Sachs, the pinnacle of finance for sure in everything to do with finance. During his time there, he realized that real estate was truly the next frontier, and a wellness revolution was born. Healthy living became something people started being aware of, again to the point of raising consciousness. We can partake in healthy eating, we can meditate, we can exercise, but what about our spaces, our homes, where we work, where we spend the majority of our time? This simple question led to thousands of hours of research on Paul and his team's part to fill the void. Paul is not only a visionary and pioneer in wellness real estate, which he'll speak to, but he is a model citizen of the world. Giving back is a major part of his platform, and he does this so well, so eloquently, and so simply as to never bring attention to himself. He's smart, he's gorgeous, and he's single. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dolly. I appreciate that. Any single ladies out there?
Yeah. You know that song, right?
To Deepak's point, capitalism. It's kind of looked at certain ways, and we look at the world's problems, and I got very curious as to how to make use of capitalism and actually transform it into what we'll call altruistic capitalism. By use of a certain modality, in this case real estate, the largest asset class in the world, thinking if we could somehow morph or add value to that asset class and create economic good or economic arbitrage, we can also create a formula for how to use that arbitrage and give back in ways that I'll speak of. I think first let's just introduce what the concept itself is about. Can you play the video?
Delos Living is committing to creating a well-building standard.
Why stop at building homes or offices or hotels that are good for just the environment? Why not also build these structures so they're good for the people who live, work, and stay in them?
What we're doing with real estate for the first time ever, we're bringing wellness, 80 different things you can do in your home.
Delos.
Delos Living.
We're privileged to be here at CGI to announce this commitment. We looked around the world for the best institutions and we married science, technology to architecture.
We need wellness in the home, in your office. Delos Living is the future, the hottest company in the United States.
We're talking about better water, better light, better air, designed to make people have a better wellness status.
This isn't a more expensive proposition. This is a better economic proposition.
They would redesign workspaces to solve health problems before they created it.
Our goal is to try and build these homes all over the country.
We're implementing this standard in an office project on the West Coast, in a hospitality project in Las Vegas.
Can a hotel room make you healthier?
You can sign up for, get this one, a vitamin C shower, among other healthy options.
We're constantly trying to look at ways to improve the guest experience.
Our partners have included the Cleveland Clinic, the Mayo Clinic, Columbia Medical School.
I'm Chopra. I'm on the advisory board of Delos Living.
Hotel rooms designed to make you more healthy. The 44 wellness rooms, as they're called, debut at the MGM Grand.
Stay Well extends far beyond Las Vegas.
We're not just talking about high-end luxury real estate here. We're not just talking about hotel rooms. We're talking about libraries, schools, public facilities.
New standards on wellness. That's going to put fire in these kids to know that they're sitting in something and they're part of something that's going to change their neighborhood in America.
The idea of launching the world's first building standard that focuses exclusively on wellness, and it's about time.
It will literally change the way we live and work in a very positive way.
So here's what we did. We looked at this notion of sustainability in real estate, the green building movement, obviously the great things that have been accomplished over the last 15 or 20 years, and simply thought, well, why are we stopping with just environmental sustainability? Why are we not focusing also on human or biological sustainability when we build things? We spend 92% of our time indoors, our homes, our offices, our schools, and we need to start focusing on occupant or human impact and human health, not just environmental health in the built environment. Here's where it gets really interesting. By taking the largest asset class in the world, okay, $150 trillion of real estate, and combining that with the fastest growing and arguably most important industry in the world, health and wellness, $2 trillion a year spent, we've got a roadmap here to create significant economic arbitrage and significant give back. And by the give back, I'll explain here. You guys are familiar with LEED certification and the U.S. Green Building Council and the metrics and codification of an environmentally friendly building. What we have created is the WELL building standard and WELL certification, which comes towards any asset class, whether it's a school, an office building, a hotel, a home. The formula is as such. For every dollar spent on WELL certification, there's a dollar fee for that stamp. There's an arbitrage created, and there's a dollar fee for that. 51 cents of every dollar is going to go back towards housing solutions in the world. 49 cents of that dollar is going to go capitalistically and proudly to grow the enterprise. I was with the chairman and CEO of the U.S. Green Building Council in Washington, D.C. a few weeks back, Rick Fedrizzi. This gentleman has been responsible for implementing LEED certification in 131 countries, 9 billion square feet LEED certified over the last 15 years. He said to me, Paul, I think you guys are going to accomplish this in 5 years, not 15. You're finally introducing economic arbitrage or economic sustainability to the sustainability equation. To fast forward, if we were able to accomplish that penetration, we will have been able to put about half of the shelterless population on Earth under a roof. As a specific example, for instance, just about an hour and a half north of here, we'll be introducing a project, 2 million square feet, the first well-certified city block in downtown Los Angeles. That's a mixed-use facility. It's a shopping mall, a hotel, an office building. Out of that $2 million, $1 million will be made as profit, or less, just slightly less than $1 million, and slightly more than $1 million will go to a project we've already started in Boyle Heights, affordable housing for a public housing facility in partnership with Will.i.am. Just to give you a sense of what this is and why the consumer, the people that can afford this, will pay for it, if you will. I actually did this to my home as a test about 3 years ago. I was going through a renovation, And we got a bunch of doctors and architects together and said, well, what kinds of things can we put into 4 walls and a roof that could actually deliver preventative medical intentions to the home occupant? And we started looking at various health domains that could be addressed through the built environment. Things like cardiovascular health, respiratory health, sleep health. We were able to put 50 amenities built into the house that deliver 23 therapies passively every single day to the home occupant. Hydrotherapy, reflexology, aromatherapy. So things like posture supportive flooring, EMF shielding behind the walls, circadian rhythm lighting, which is lighting that's more conducive to balancing your circadian rhythm, giving you more energy and activity levels during the day, better sleeping patterns at night, purified air, purified water. These are things people care about. These are things people will pay for. These are certainly things people will pay for in the places they spend most of their time, their homes, their offices. We'll be introducing the first well-certified office in the world, which will be CBRE's global headquarters in downtown LA. There will be 250 employees working in an environment that's more conducive to output, reducing absenteeism, increasing presenteeism, creativity, promoting collaboration. So focusing on human health, not just environmental health, and this isn't meant to skip over the environmental equation, this is a complement, but focusing on human health and combining that $2 trillion spend on preventative medicine into an asset class like real estate creates a significant economic gain. And with this 51-49 equation, whereby 51 cents of what's made will go back towards solving or helping solve issues like homelessness or shelterless populations or people in refugee camps who need a roof, we thought, well, wouldn't it be fitting if we take this capitalistic approach and turning into an altruistic capitalistic approach? Wouldn't it be fitting if the revenue that was created, or a part of the revenue that was created, and a substantial part, from implementing a standard of wellness into real estate, wouldn't it be fitting if that money went to actually put roofs over the heads of people who need them? We want to talk wellness real estate. These 50 amenities in luxury residential or mid-level rentals or offices, that's great. But what is wellness real estate? Let's start with a roof. And that's what we're proud to introduce.
To the capitalistic point, I did neglect to mention that the happiest day of my life this year was when Paul resigned from Goldman Sachs and went to work full-time on this project, which is so necessary and so wonderful. I'm so proud to be a part of this.
Well, and we are proud to have the #1 selling real estate broker on planet Earth, Dolly Lenz, proudly representing our concept. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Deepak.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you.
Dolly and Paul, you heard Vandana. She's not here. You heard her in the back.
Yes.
Can we commit some of this to rebuilding Uttarakhand?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. We're going to draw this up this afternoon.
So this is only one of many creative endeavors where we can create a more just society, a just world.
Level the playing field for everyone a bit. Yeah.
Thank you.
We are making that commitment.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dolly.
Thank you.
Heard Vandana talk about the extreme deprivation and social injustice, economic injustice in the world. And now I'm bringing on basically two capitalists, polarities in the world, okay? There's social injustice of extremism. There's economic injustice. 50% of the world is living on less than $2 a day, 20% on less than $1 a day, 50% of the world is obese. So before they come on,
Thank you.
I mean, we've just 51%, and the remaining 50% is undernourished. Nobody is in balance. And we have created a capitalist society that is basically the predator of the world. Okay, so this is the paradox of life. It's also the complementarity of life. And Vandana is not in the room, but I see, Claudia, you're here. You need to connect with Vandana and these guys too. How can we take this extreme disparity